My name's Taylor Self and I'm doing drugs. My knee's been with me for a long time because I fucked it up. And Biomax peptides are going to make it better.
Taylor found a homeless man on Craigslist to help him learn how to do this. And they made this video to show you how. It worked out pretty well. The guy brought his own, only partially used needle.
Nice. That's crazy. I didn't feel the needle at all. I felt the injection just a little bit.
Jeez.
Nice.
Your skin is so f***ing thick.
Well, there's a lot of scar tissue there on that side, especially, I'm sure. That really didn't hurt. That was crazy. So we do that every night? Mm-hmm. Okay,
for
cool.
Like 3-4 weeks.
If you thought it was hard to kill Taylor before this, well, then it looks like you don't have a chance in hell now. You'd better ask to see the manager, uncle. Biomax peptides, because Sevi and Hiller said so.
Bam, we're live. Biomax peptides. Thanks again. We love you. Appreciate you. Here for the pre-show for event number 3.
Yeah,
climbing
super
couplet.
quick, everybody. If we could show you the cameras, we would, but we can't. Point them at the floor. It's like the fastest changeover I've ever seen in my life.
They're really good.
The event staff is incredible. They're switching out team events 3 and 4 to individual event 3. They've already got all the heavy barbells rolled out, and now they are just putting down some rep markers, and then we are rolling. So we got about 5 or 10 minutes before we check out the action.
But first, I want to crack open this grape-flavored Fit Aid that has 200 milligrams of natural caffeine, grape acai, as I like to call it.
Oh, yeah. Nothing, no pronunciation of. Everyone just feast your eyes on that jaw relaxation.
Oh, delicious.
Unbelievable.
John Young is your mother going into the Mexican restaurant and saying, gracias.
That's pretty accurate.
That is not accurate
So
at all.
individual event 3 climbing couplet coming up in just a few minutes. It is rep scheme 4-3-2-1 for the males and females of pegboard ascents, and then a squat clean plus front squat complex. Women go 145, 165, 185, 205. Men go 235, 265, 285, 305.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I feel like this workout is way more about the pegboard than it is about the weights. I mean, the weights matter, they do, but I just feel like most guys are going to be, and girls are going to be able to do those weights. Maybe the last one gives people trouble, but being able to touch and go 4 pegboards and then 3 pegboards, I just feel like the pegboard is way more of a pegboard workout than like a squat clean workout.
Yeah, so I think for the females, you're exactly right. I think the fact that they're both doing 10, I think the weights are comparable due to the reps of pegboard. However, something that is worth noting is that they're doing 4 out of the 10 completely fresh. So if the workout was flipped and they started with the 4 complexes on the barbell, then moved to the pegboard would be really, really, really valuable. I think because you get to do the first 4 without any grip interference, it'll be interesting to see tactics as far as who does hold on for 4 unbroken and who has a quick break.
Do you see any of the dudes trying it, even on the 3 or the 2?
Absolutely.
Do you see them blowing up? Do you think it'll work, or you think it'll kill them?
I think a lot of the guys that know that the weight is not going to be an issue are going to try to hold on for touch and go pegboards. Yes.
And it's going to be,
and I think not many of the women are going to be able to.
Right.
and that's the point. I think they wanted to have the weight just heavy enough where it might feel way heavier than you think coming off. A lot of people, like when your biceps are blown from a pulling movement, it's also how the weight feels coming off of the floor. 305 is not going to feel like 305. It's going to be like 335. And they're going to race this pegboard, and it's going to make the weights feel even heavier than they want to. I wouldn't be shocked if we see some people will go way too fast in the 305 and we see some sketchy squat cleans from the jump.
Yeah, I think something worth noting is that they are going to allow a power clean plus 2 front squat.
Okay.
And I hate that.
And we talked about that last night, how that's, maybe a standard we're not so used to seeing if it's like specifically noted that you have to squat clean the first rep. But they are allowing it here. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone is just a really, really strong power cleaner and because they don't want to risk getting pulled out of position and getting pulled forward. They just go ahead and power from the start.
Why do you hate it, John? Does it like give an advantage to like the girls
Why are-
that can do it?
Why are we scaling lifts for people at the CrossFit game? Saying like I was like, hey, we'll go power and then do 2 front squats. That's something I would say to my class. That's not something that I should say for the CrossFit Games people. And well, it says squat clean plus front squat. It doesn't say 2 front squats, right? So I feel like that should be a mandatory squat clean. It says squat clean, and they're allowing them not to do that. I just think it's lame. But I want to draw attention to. I do think it's more of a big man event, and maybe not. But I think the big guys have an advantage on the pegboard over the small guys, especially on the ascent.
Yeah, that's interesting. And it'll be something cool to look at, like in the top 10, just like the anthropometrics of those athletes, and are more of the longer, taller, bigger athletes doing well on the workout, or is it more of the smaller, stronger athletes?
Do you guys have any opinions on the fight that Bryson and Taylor had about the longer, taller athletes being able to reach like their range of motion is longer? And like Bryson said, it didn't matter like whether your arms are like this or whether you're able to reach up. Does that?
I think if you can skip holes going up, that you're at a huge advantage to somebody who can't.
I think in general on the descent, it's more of an advantage having longer arms, being able to reach down lower, just a longer wingspan, especially if you're going to skip a lot of holes coming down. But I think on the way up, it's less of an advantage, but still an advantage. It's just like a legless rope climb. Longer your arms are, the less pulls you need to get to the top.
Gotcha.
And it's not people. Like it's not a descent on a pegboard is probably the hardest descent of a pulling movement there is. I would say a descent on a pegboard is way harder than a descent on a legless rope climb.
I think
or
if
a
you know
regular
how to
rope climb.
relax, I think if you know how to relax your upper body,
But not all do. If you're short, you have to do one whole extra movement. I'm saying
maybe so.
It's,
Yeah.
As far as the taxing element of it.
Yeah.
You guys want to give your picks real quick to make sure we get them in before
Yeah, go ahead.
we got to bounce?
I'm going to
Heat
say
one app.
for the women, I'm going to go Tia, and for the men, I'm going to go Dallin on this one.
Oh wow, that is you're taking a leap right there.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who you pick, John.
I wonder why you said those names. For the women, I'm going to take Tia, and then for the men, I'm going to take Dallin.
Okay, who's your flex?
My flex is the tall, slim, shady man, Jason Hopper.
The real Jason Hopper. Interesting. Okay, gotcha. I think Justin's going to do really well here. Jay Crouch is a great squatter. I expect him to do well. Hopefully in that last heat, we have a lot of good races. Remember, these heat assignments are based off of the finish after event 1. So you're still going to see the same people you saw in event 2 be in the same heats in event 3.
Who do you have in your flex?
I have Jason as my flex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in lockstep on this one.
With Justin doing as well as he's been doing, do you see? And if he does win this one or come in the top 5 of it, does he have a chance to three-peat? Not three-peat, but win a third one?
Yeah, he's in the running for sure. I don't think it'll happen, but he is in the running. Absolutely.
You think he doesn't have enough home runs the way that like Adler or?
Yeah, I mean, I think as the competition progresses, Adler and Austin will start continuing to beat him in events.
Yeah.
But if he gets in first ever, he is extremely hard to beat when he is in first.
Yeah.
He can play the stay close game better than anybody I've ever seen.
I like seeing him jump on the finish line. He looked like a man on a mission, dude. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, I think if he goes out on this and gets a top 3, I think he's a serious podium threat moving forward. He's one of those guys that isn't concerned about the 1 rep max back squat that's looming.
He's going to be
And
good.
there are going to be some people that doesn't matter how bad they want to do well, they just can't do well in that workout.
I was saying Justin's going to do good in the next event too. Event 4 with the handstand walking
Yeah.
and the deadlift.
Yeah.
He's going to do good in that one too.
The judges are running out on the floor. I think these are our final couple minutes. You guys got any final thoughts on this workout? Like, dislike,
We'll see you guys right after this
the workout?
event is over. Yeah, right after the final heat of, is it men or women first?
It should be women, right?
Yeah, it looks like the women's weights are out. So after the final heat of men, we'll be back.
Are we coming right back, or are we going to wait and do an after show?
I think we're going to come right back.
Okay, right
Yeah.
back. Let's
All right.
We'll update you on the leaderboard.
We'll see you in a bit, guys. Enjoy the show.